Hi guys, my name is Michael Reid, and I am here today to talk to you guys about professional athletics and also being a business entrepreneur. Now, I am actually from Albany, Georgia. I was born in Montgomery, Alabama, but raised in Albany. My parents are Herman and Rebecca Reid. My dad was a physics teacher, football coach, and head wrestling coach at Monroe High School. And my mother was a media specialist at Albany High School and also a media specialist for Dougherty County. I'm also the brother of one of your teachers, Michael Reid, and that's why I'm in front of you guys today to kind of discuss professional athletics and also what it means to be a business entrepreneur. Now, when I was growing up in Albany, there were two, I guess you could say, dreams that were in my head and in my heart. One, I wanted to be a professional football player. My dad played professionally, and that was just something that I was passionate about. And two, I love martial arts. Didn't really get a chance to do them when I was a kid, but I just loved watching and seeing it, so I wanted to be a Shaolin Kung Fu master. I can tell you that in my life, I've been fortunate enough to live both of those dreams, and so that's a big thing. But the question becomes, everyone thinks about professional athletics, and they think about the glory and the money and all of the other things, but there are a lot of other facets that take place. Now, one thing I want you guys to know about me is that I was not what these guys call a 5-star athlete coming out of high school. I was played out of position when I was at Dougherty. In terms of playing out of position means that I was good at what I was doing, but I wasn't quite big enough to be that in college or fast enough to be that in college in terms of what they wanted for the position. So it was actually my ability to play football and basketball and be a versatile athlete, along with being a really good student, that gave me the opportunity to go to the University of Wisconsin. And what I want to say about that is that some of the best athletes that I have ever seen in my life never, ever, ever made it to the NFL. The reason why is because when you pursue a career in athletics, it can be difficult. Okay, sometimes it depends upon the situation that you're placed in. Sometimes it depends upon circumstances. Other times, people don't make it through the academic institutions that they're in, or when they get onto the playing field, whether it be in college or the pros, they get injured. So one of the things I want to encourage you guys is that the NFL and professional athletics is a great career, but you have to prepare for more than just that. Okay, professional athletics literally can come to an end on any play. And so if you have no backup plan, if you have nothing else besides just doing that one athletic activity, then it's going to be difficult for you. And the reality is, for all athletes, that at some point in time, your career will come to an end. And probably not after 20 or 30 years, if you're blessed you are, but most of us don't do that. A particular fact for you guys, something that you probably don't know, and this is something that hasn't changed. In 1987, when I was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons and went into the NFL, the average career length of an NFL player was 2.5 years. And in 1993, when I retired from the NFL, the average career length of an NFL player is 2.5 years. And now in 2021, okay, what do you think the average lifespan of an NFL player is? It's 2.5 years. So we have to do a whole lot of work from an athletic perspective, okay, to make it someplace that we may only be 2.5, 3, 4 years, but we as individual people are gonna live a long time. So if you're gonna pursue a career in sports, it doesn't matter, NBA, NFL, so that's fantastic. I would encourage you to make sure that that's something that you truly desire to be and that you have a skill set that can possibly get you there. And then don't let other people deter you. People told me all my life about what I could do and what I couldn't do. And in my heart, I believed that I could do it. And so I was willing to set out and do all the work necessary to make the dreams come true, okay? But at the same time, I was also prepared, okay, to go in other avenues and directions if I had that happen. I'm fortunate because my parents believed in education. I'm fortunate because a lot of people believed in my ability to do something outside of just being an athlete, because being an athlete or being any one thing is not who you are, right? It's just a part of who you are and how you're expressing yourself at that point in time. What you are is inside of you, who you are is inside of you. And so keep that in mind when you're doing things. The other part that I want to talk to you guys about is being an entrepreneur. In 1993, I retired from the NFL, and then in 1993, I opened my very first martial arts school, the Chinese Shaolin Center for the Martial Arts in Marietta, Georgia. I was hopeful that I would, always do that one thing for as long as I went, but what I learned is that I had a great passion for what we call the product, but I needed additional business skills and so forth. So if you're going to be a budding entrepreneur, if you want to open your own business, okay, which I would encourage everyone to consider doing at some point in time, and something that you're passionate about, you have to understand and have all the information that's necessary so that you can make the right decisions that put you in the place that you would like to be. Mentorship is very important with that right there. And I would reach out to all of you guys and say, hey, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Just reach out to me at Program Director at PremierMartialArtsMarietta.com. Once again, Program Director at PremierMartialArtsMarietta.com. And I'm happy to answer any questions and so forth that you might have. I can tell you, having been extremely, extremely passionate about martial arts and what it could do for you and how it could affect your life and how it could change you and a lot of other people so that you can be the best person that you could be, that if you're looking into a business, okay, this is kind of a secret of business that a lot of people don't talk about. You have to understand what a product is, which means what you're selling, what you're doing, okay, and what the business is of that product. Now, I probably did martial arts and taught martial arts professionally for about, 18, 20 years, it's almost 2 decades, before I really began to understand that what I really was doing was the marketing and sales of martial arts memberships. That was the business that I am in, okay? And the product, the thing that I loved dearly, was the martial arts and teaching and instructing young people, older people in the various varieties of martial arts that we do, okay? So to sum this up, because I don't want to be too long-winded, okay, is if you have a dream and a passion for athletics or a passion for a particular thing, then you cannot let other people deter you from that passion. You have to use common sense, but in your heart, if you believe something, you have to be willing to do the work necessary so that you can have the fruitful end that you're looking for, or at least attain your goals. All right? Don't let other people set your standards and goals. You can do and be what you would choose to be, but it's very important that maybe you may have a talent for that area. Okay, no reason to be a square peg in a circular hole. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You want to make sure that you have the tools. And you want to make sure that you have the passion and the drive. And if you do those things, and I can say this because I'm from Albany, just like all you guys, okay? You can achieve those things that are in your heart and your desires. So as I would say to my students and my student body, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak to you guys this morning, aloha, terima kasih, and one love. Peace. Be the best you that you can be.